We are officially live. Just make sure everything's going here with sound check is all right. Happy Monday, everybody, and welcome back to another Shade Selects. If you are new to our Monday night Shade Selects episode, this is when I bring my co-host on, which I'll bring him on here in a few minutes, and we go through all of our pickups for last week, including all of the shoes we plan on picking up for this week. So hopefully you guys picked up a bunch of W's. It looks like Lord Blackwood, you got the Hall of Fame Kobe's. I'm so jealous. Congratulations. That's a huge win. What's going on, Anthony White, Anthony C, Anthony B? It is an Anthony night. We got 3 Anthonys in the house. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Shade Selects. I'm going to bring KOSTOS in here shortly. He is the host of You Better You Bet. So if you don't already follow him, be sure to do that. He's got an amazing Twitter page and Instagram, which we will put up here in a second. But definitely go and follow him if you aren't already. What's going on? Gem Drops, Angela, Brandon. We got a lot of people jumping in here. David Garrido, good to see you here. We have a huge video, by the way, just so you guys know, heads up, coming out at the end of this episode. So definitely grab your popcorn. This is going to be a fun night. This is the first time, actually, the channel is actually putting out a sneaker release before it's been actually released, and we're going to be doing 2 of those this week, which is insane. So excited for you guys to see those shoes that Jordan sent over, and I hope that this will be a continuous thing where, you know, we're not taking our sweet time to pump out content for you guys. We're actually getting it out early to you. But good to see you all in here. Domi Ryder, Alexander, Adam E. White, H-Town Chris. We got everybody in the house tonight. Good to see you guys all here. We will be in Dallas. Yes, I will be at SNEAKERCON. So excited to meet all of you guys at SNEAKERCON Dallas at the end of the week. We are going to be basically full throttle, pumping out content till SNEAKERCON, and you guys are going to see me live there as well, and hopefully doing some live interviews. So you guys definitely sit back, relax, enjoy the show. But let's bring Nick KOSTOS on right now. What's going on, KOSTOS?
Absolutely love the air horns. I'm just happy to be like riding. I'm happy to be riding your coattails on your way to superstardom. That's what I'm happy. I'm just happy to be here, like in your presence here. Awesome video coming out after this. Can't wait for that. Can't wait to see all the content this week for SNEAKERCON. Great to be on with you. What's up, everybody? Excited to talk some sneakers and streetwear here on a marvelous Monday. How great is this? Like, we're both in New York. Governor Cuomo announcing, you know, if you're fully vaccinated, no more masks as of Wednesday. City's basically reopening completely here in the next month or so. Life is good. Great day to be alive. And great to be
weather is great here in New York. I can't complain.
Yes.
I love me a 73 type of day. You know, that's like my favorite temperature, that region.
Yeah, because get a little hotter than that, then you're sweating too much. The 75, you still get a little breeze coming through. It has been a chef's kiss the last couple of days in New York.
Exactly.
Hopefully we keep it up here. And I know we've got a lot of chef's kiss releases to go over this week, or maybe not.
It's been a busy past week. My goodness. Got a lot to show and tell for you today, KOSTOS. I'm not going to lie. And I'm pretty stoked to show you these brand new shoes that I got from Jordan as well, and talk about some of the pieces they sent me over clothing wise as well. They've got this new collection called Heat Wave, and it's so fire. I'm so excited to wear these when the summer hits, because it's like the perfect apparel that's lightweight, bright colors. It's just literally the statement piece that you need to have in your collection for the summer and spring.
Very cool. Love it.
All right, so tell us about your week, KOSTOS. Any pickups for last week?
Yo, I got a couple items for the summer that I want to wear. Like I've said a couple times, like I feel like my footwear collection is not done for the summer. I'll be adding pieces. I'm going for the Mamaniers, obviously, in a couple days here. So there are a couple pieces I want to add, and I'm actually going to Instagram a picture of I've had my rotation set. I've like 15 or 16 shoes all ready to go. So I think in terms of shoes, I'm almost basically set for the summer. So what I'm adding is just pieces of apparel. So curious if you copped these, because we were texting about this at the end of last week. If you copped one of these, the Jaime Leondor nylon Yankee hats that came out.
That is the color I went for, Kostos. Because of you, you said the blue was fire, and I was like, do I get the tan? I did, but I'm worried because I didn't have a chance to like get my hat size fitted, so I had to just guess, and I'm a little nervous that I actually got the wrong hat size. But
yeah, that may not go well. But let me tell you, so this hat is gorgeous. It's like a periwinkle, almost like purple.
That's my theme right now. I love a good periwinkle.
I hope, because I hope it fits, because you're gonna love this, and you can see like against my background here, which is like a dark navy. So this is light, like a lot lighter than like your general Yankee hat, and I think it looks pretty good. And again, it's nylon, so it's like a perfect material for the summer. So absolutely love this.
It's like the perfect colorway. That's gonna literally go with absolutely everything and anything, and you can wear that all year round.
And also,
we got a little super chat donation here. Rick Owens coming in with the $1.99. I have depth. I appreciate that. I'm going to bring out those MTA New Balances here in a second. I just want to show appreciation for a broader range of sneakers, you guys. So just so you know, like on my channel, you're not only going to see Jordans, you're not only going to see Adidas, you're going to see New Balance, you're going to see K-Swiss. Like I am really wanting to bring depth in the sneakers that I have in my collection and have variety, because some people can't afford certain pairs of shoes. So it's important that I have that diversity on my channel so that I'm really appealing to a broader audience. And, I really just want to give you guys the best quality content, and it's not so biased towards just one specific brand.
Absolutely love it. You do a great job with it. And the last piece I got for this week, got this button down. Got a colorblind button down, a party shirt it was called, so I had to cop it. So I'm
a party shirt, KOSTOS, man.
Oh yeah,
rooftop. I could see you rocking that on a rooftop party for some reason. I don't know.
The greatest thing. So yeah, I feel like I'm very ready for the summer, and I'm very excited to start rocking a lot of these fits in the summer. I think it's going to be great.
David Garrido with the donation. Thank you so much, David. Thank you so much, Rick Owens. All your donations mean the world to the channel, so truly, truly appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much, everybody who's just jumping in with us. This is Shade Selects. Kostos and I are going through our pickups for the week, and it looks like Kostos is set with his accessories. I'm waiting for my hat because you're VIP, and I'm just waiting to be at your level.
That's true. That is true. I have to, because you are one of the commoners here. I have to send you the early access email.
Exactly. I don't know what I would do without you. I'm just common folk here. So one of these days, I'm gonna get my pieces the same day that you get them, Kostos. But
absolutely,
we'll see how long it takes me and how much I have to buy to get to your status.
Love it.
I think it's going to take more than a hat and a pair of socks, right?
Maybe. It's going to take you a lot to catch up for sure. There's no doubt.
What's going on, Fred? Welcome in, Chris. Should you cop the bright blues for $400? Chris is asking. I've got the bright blues, actually. Should we leave it to the chat to see whether or not you should be copping
the 700s?
What do you think? $400? Should Chris cop these?
But the beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Like, if you look at the sneaker and you absolutely love it and you're willing to pay that, it's like anything is worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So, like, if you're willing to pay $400 for it, then go for it.
Depending on your size, I mean, shoes are definitely variant based on your shoe size. My size is going pretty hefty, actually, in the bright blues. But listen, I think it's a fire color for the summer, especially if you don't have, like, a Wave Runner or, like, another 700 in your collection that kind of has, like, similar colorways. I think that would be a great starter, specifically, in that color tone, especially since we're getting into the spring, summertime. I think it's just going to be a great color that you're probably going to wear a lot.
And I wouldn't even, look. $400 it's a good amount of money, obviously, right? But I mean, if you work hard and you save your money and that's something that you really like, go for it. Like, you determine what the value of something is if you really like it. So don't be afraid. I always say, like, if you really like something, to go out and get it. And who cares?
Exactly. RX Fly Fishing is wearing it right now. So,
love it.
Not trying to push you one direction, but it looks like we got some people with it on their feet as we speak. You're considering them for resale too, Kinnear. Listen, I think it's a great color. I do know that Yeezy's probably going to be dropping a lot more colors this year. So if you're not like, this is the like go-to color of the year that I'm going to wear, I mean, maybe just wait it out and see, you know, what they decide to kind of pump out color-wise. It could be variant and maybe better. So, yeah.
I got Asics on my feet right now. Love some Asics for the summer.
Love me a good, those are like my go-to running shoes, Kostos. I remember I would go to like specific running stores to get fitted with like the perfect Asics, especially for my heart arches, as you guys know.
We got these on tonight.
Ooh.
Running like Sages.
Yeah, I was going to say, those are the Kith
That's
colorway.
Right, yeah.
I mean, he launched so many colors, I couldn't even keep track. I'm like, man.
But this is not from that collection, though. I think these are like not 5 or 6 years old. But yeah, because
that one's got multiple colors. That collection was more like solid colorways.
Yeah.
What's going on, Spoil Boy?
Summer,
Nico, no cap in the house. Good to see you guys all in here. Just going through our pickups for last week. And Kostos has got some great Ame pieces. I'm just waiting to show mine one of these days. All right, I really hope I got the right size now. I'm like kind of stressed out.
You don't know what size you are in like a fitted? Like that's going to be problematic.
So
like I would bet that you have the wrong size.
Is I actually went to Ame to get fitted, but I just can't remember the size they told me that I was. It was one of those moments where I was like rushing, and I know that I'm not the smallest hat size, that's for sure. Because I tried that one on and it was way too tight on my head. So I think I may have at least guessed sort of right. We'll see.
What was your guess?
I think I'm like 7 and 3/4 or something. I was thinking.
I have a small head. I'm a 7 and an 8. Then you might be 7 and an 8 because that's my size.
It's also my hair. You know, if it's curly or straight, my head gets smaller when it's straighter. So the curls just give it a little volume. So maybe it'll be like either a curly hat or a straight hair hat. I'm not sure. Yeah. That's a problem though. I'm gonna have to measure that and like stick it in my notes. Any other cops, Kostos?
I mean, I don't know. I've copped like a billion things in the last couple months.
Listen, it's been a heavy week, to say the least. I didn't even know where to start. Actually, you know, we'll start with I think one of the most hype shoes of last week, which is the Shadow 2.0s. Got in hand, you know, the quality isn't what people I think expected, but the colorway is exactly what everybody really wanted to add, you know, to their collection just because it's so wearable. You really just can't go wrong with a gray and black color scheme.
They look cooler, like in hands that I'm seeing, like you hold them right now, than they did in pictures. They look pretty striking, actually. I think they look pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just, this is a solid colorway, especially for, you know, some people, they don't like crazy colors. They want like just a solid all black sneaker. And this is kind of like that safe color scheme where it's like, oh, if I want to do a color block, I might as well color block with just, you know, all black laces with a nice underlay of black leather and some nice, simple gray nubuck overlay on this one. It's definitely a safe colorway if you're one of those people that doesn't like to, you know, go outside and wear like a bright blue Yeezy color scheme, which, you know, you kind of have to have confidence to rock a super bright colorway. And so this is definitely like for the everyday kind of wear.
Yeah.
And I also got, you know, another shoe in the same color scheme. So,
yeah, I mean, those are absolutely
the Slam Jams, made in England.
Fire.
I was so excited for these Kostos.
Absolutely.
These are so comfortable. Oh my God, I love them so much. I'm not going to lie. The only thing I was sad about, I don't know why, but it's missing the black laces that these were supposed to come with. So, you know, other than that, I'm happy with the gray, I guess, that's on there, but I just wish that...
You could probably put a pair of just like black laces from another pair of shoes on them, though, right? Unless like it's supposed to be like that design.
Yeah, I think the black was probably like more of a solid color scheme than it was supposed to be. But, you know, overall, just like the quality of this material is insane. So this is actually the material they use to make a football. It's actually really rough. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's like so rough that you could probably accidentally cut yourself on this. I'm so
Really?
sure. Yeah, but like this is so hard to get dirty, and this is so weatherproof. Like you don't even have to worry about the rain, actually affecting this material because it's weatherproof, which is insane. It's just going to roll off.
Yeah, and it's like a simple, like you look at it and like it looks simple, and then you give it a closer look, a closer once over, and there's a lot going on, and it's all like very cool. It's got a little like Air Max 90 to it, I feel like. I don't know. Yeah.
And I love an Air Max 90. That's like one of my go-to silhouettes. But this is definitely, even if you look on the inside, do you see that where the arch is? They just do such a good job when it comes to like really giving your foot, enhanced support. And so for somebody like me, it's really important because, you can really mess up your body if you're not wearing the correct shoes and if you're not getting the correct support in your arches. So that's why I'm absolutely in love with these Slam Jams. But also for like just a good weather shoe, if it rains or it pours, I don't have to worry about messing up my suede on these.
Yeah, it's a great point, and that's like a great like all weather shoe. I think you could also rock that in the summer, and you don't have to wear it obviously with like basically just like black, but it's a cool shoe.
And it's the same colorway as the Shadows, but like this is just
It's a far superior shoe in my humble opinion.
Made in England, made in USA New Balances. I keep telling all my friends about this. You have to just hold one in hand to see like how great the quality is. I mean, since we're already on that, I might as well bring out my other made in England MTA New Balance cup.
Yes.
This is so you. I mean, another thing happened to me on New Balance. I don't know why, but I was supposed to get like a American pin, not 2 England pins.
Okay, but we don't mind. Listen, we love the English. I'm down for the.
I just wanted a New York pin as well, just because.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's supposed to be about like two different time zones. Wow, we got some super chats coming in. I gotta give a couple shout outs real quick. Lucy with the $10 donation. Thank you so much. Did I cop? So we got Going Ghost is asking, did I cop the Yeezys today? I actually did not go for them today. But, if you were a fan of the In Flames, that was definitely easy to go for. Thank you so much for all your donations, Lucy. Going Ghost really does mean the world to the channel. Yeah, so the Slam Jam, super limited. These were even more limited. I actually don't even think a lot of people knew about this release coming out. I mean, as a New Yorker, as somebody who takes the subway consistently, like this was just something I needed to have in my collection. Like I came to New York KOSTOS and I was that girl that, I would be running late everywhere. And it's like my natural instinct was to hop into a cab. I'm just like in the cab, seeing the amount going up, and I'm just like, what am I doing? I need to get in the subway now. So I learned real quick by spending a fortune on taxis when I first moved out here that, really needed to work the subway a little bit better. So definitely a really cool shoe. It's got the MTA actually on the insole there too.
I mean, I hate the MTA because like they suck, but the sneakers are very cool. And look, like I used to never ride the subway when I first started working in Manhattan. I spent and I made no money at the time, and it was really stupid. But yeah, I'm happy I don't have to take the subway much anymore since I work from home.
I was gonna say, you're definitely in a prime situation. Don't have to leave. I got to run all over the city, castings left and right. I think as a model, I've probably been in more buildings than anyone will ever be in a lifetime. Literally, ask me any building. I'm like, I've probably been inside that building. That's the funniest part.
Did you go to the 49th and 6th where I used to work, the Sirius XM building, the McGraw-Hill building? Probably, I'm guessing.
I think I actually have been in there for a random casting. I mean, I've been in the Empire State Building for castings. It's like, wild. You name it. Like, I've been in One World Trade, everywhere. I mean,
you missed New York.
Literally, like that was the way I figured out how to get around the city, was literally all of these castings where I was getting sent to all throughout the day. It's like, here, why don't you go to 12 places in one day? That's Fashion Week for you guys.
And it takes forever to get from one place to the next in New York. So it's not easy.
Can you hop on the train with those? LOL. Yeah, I can hop on the train with any sneakers. I'm a fast walker and I'm always running to catch the train because I'm running late every single day. I feel like in New York, it's just like people are running to get from place to place. That's just kind of the way the city is. It's just, you know, you're trying to get as much as you can done in your day. Really weird to actually think back of when I had a vehicle. I haven't had a car in so long, Kostos. So when I saw your car, I was like, maybe I do need a car.
Yeah, listen, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. A nice long drive this weekend, very pleasant, top down, listening to Watercolors on Sirius XM, a little smooth jazz, just loving life.
Top down. Nothing better than that, especially when the weather is perfect.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody who are just joining us now? Kostos and I are just going through our pickups for the week. I'm about halfway through, Kostos.
Love it.
But we're going to have fun just kind of discussing some of the last two sneakers I'm going to show you. But this was kind of the one I'm actually shocked about, which is the In Flames, Kostos. This shoe actually grew on me. I really hated it in the pictures, but then when I saw this on my skin tone, this brown is actually kind of more of like a burgundy hue to it.
We thought it was chocolate, right? When we were looking at pictures.
Like I thought it was like this ugly, just chocolate brownie kind of look. But then when I saw it in the light, I was just like, wow, this actually really kind of goes with my skin tone. So I definitely had a change of heart after I put these ones on, which is very rare. If I don't like a shoe, I usually just stick to it. But this colorway actually really grew on me. This is definitely a colorway I think you need to like have in hand and on your foot to see like even what it does with your skin tone. I mean, for me personally, this type of color scheme really just kind of works well with kind of the tans and olives that I have in my skin in general. But definitely had to change a heart on this one.
Yeah, I think they're horrible.
I was like, Kostos, I don't think I've changed your mind yet.
No, I'm not.
I'm like, let me put it in a different angle here.
I did see the picture you posted, though, and, like, you look good in them. I just don't feel like, look, I don't think they're good looking, but also with, like, the clothes that I wear, I don't know that I could match them with stuff. So that's just me. Like, that doesn't mean that other people can't like it. I think they're awful. I think the high pair that released today, the whatever they're called, the orange whatever, and then there's the sumac, these pairs are all terrible in my opinion.
This one, yeah, I changed a heart. I like this one. So if you guys were on the fence about this one, definitely you need to see it in hand because this shoe picture wise is just, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible.
So what do you wear with it? Like, how are you rocking it? Like, what's the color scheme that you're going for with it?
I mean, for this, I would even wear, like, all beige or tan.
Just, like, neutrals, right? That's it, just
neutral colors. But, you know, I did pair this with a pair of black Adidas pants, and I wore, like, periwinkle, your hat. That hat color would go perfect with these. Absolutely perfect with these. Yes. It has, this blue is actually more of a periwinkle tone. And I had no clue because it looked horrible when I saw it, you know, in photos. But it's actually a beautiful periwinkle colorway. So I may just rock these actually when I get my hat.
Yeah, this, you know, I kind of have like a blue sweatsuit that's kind of similar to that color. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm coming around on them a little bit. But I don't think it's really, I think it's like a sweatsuit kind of look to wear.
Yeah, it's definitely a sweatsuit look. I think it goes great with that. So somebody's asking us about the Alma Maneres. So as far as the Alma Maneres, we're going to get to that later, but that's actually going to be re-releasing again over this weekend. So definitely if you're planning on paying resale, I would probably recommend holding off just because as soon as those releases go out, the prices are going to tank as people start to get their shoes because they're going to want to sell them off. So definitely would be smart to just hold off on paying resale for the Alma Maneres since we don't know how many more they're going to be actually re-releasing.
Yes, are they the sneaker of the year? I say yes, they are.
It's, I mean, let me just pull them out. I mean,
just like look at the back of them with like, and again, like I feel like the cream on the back of the sneaker is just absolutely. I love that. I think that is such a brilliant touch with the violet, with the purple. It's gorgeous. Like this sneaker is a work of art. Like this you could walk into Neiman Marcus and this would be like $600 and you wouldn't bat an eyelash.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job. So I think it's great, you know, that people are going to have kind of a second chance to try and cop a pair of these. But definitely, if you were unable to cop those, I would go hard for them and just definitely hold off on, paying resale for them, because I do see those prices. I've seen those prices. They've been tanking. I mean, not tanking necessarily, but they have dropped a lot since they first released. Stingwater SBs, your sneaker of the year. Well, Anthony, guess what? I have a surprise for you. You may be seeing a video on the Stingwaters here shortly. Wink, wink.
Sounds like that's probably gonna happen.
Wink, wink, wink. What's up, Jesus Christ? Where are they re-releasing? So we'll see if my mod can actually put up some links on there for you guys to be able to figure out the best places to cop the A Ma Manières this weekend. But definitely exciting that those are going to be released to a broader audience, since I thought they were going to be even more limited, which is why that price point on the resale market was so high. So high. All right, so maybe I'll start with the clothes. So what do you think of this? What do you think of this hoodie, Kostos?
I love it.
So this is actually a hoodie that I got from Jordan, and they have a heat wave collection coming out, and basically it's to tailor to the upcoming heat that we're going to be experiencing, specifically in New York. They want kind of a lighter weight.
And she's not talking about like heat. You're not talking about heat like sneakers. We're talking about heat like the sun. Like it's going to be.
We're talking about heat like the sun, exactly. Not that there's not going to be any heat on our feet, but you know, definitely for more of the comfortability of having lightweight materials to add to your clothing collection. This is definitely a nice lightweight hoodie. It's a loose fit, a little oversized, and I think that Jordan's just doing an insane job with their women's collection. This is something that I paired actually in this video you guys are going to see later tonight, but it's got that cement look to it, and I really love the color scheme that they went with. It's got some nice dark charcoal grays and light blues that I think are really going to work well for the springtime coming up here.
Yeah, you've got some white in there also. Looks like some cream or some like Oxford tan.
Yeah,
so like
there's like some creams going on. It's a very comfortable, like everyday wear kind of hoodie. This is definitely got some pattern to it, but it's not too crazy on the color palette if you don't feel like you want to like get outside your comfort zone and rock like some neon yellows and blues or anything like that. This is pretty neutral when it comes to that.
Looks like a lot of neutrals. I dig it.
But my favorite piece, Kostos, I feel like you need to get these actually. I know they're in women's, but like you should definitely get these. These are utility pants, but they're so cool because they have mesh on the inside.
I do like that. I like stuff with mesh.
How cool is that?
I got a button down, like a lake shirt with mesh like on the underarms, basically to make it cooler for you. So that is kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, I was really hot outside, and I usually think I'm not going to wear black, right? Because you'll dye black in New York City, but these actually have all of these perforated holes from the mesh, and it really is extremely breathable. So, I never think to myself on a 90-degree day, maybe I'll pull out my cargo pants. But in this case, I actually might do that.
That does actually look like, I don't know if like a guy could get away with, and I say all the time, like wear whatever you want. I don't know.
Maybe too see-through for you.
Yeah, I would say that's probably like, I would pass on those. Like they look cool, but
for the ladies, not right? Is this not ladies, like definitely. A sexy pant for some girls?
Hey, absolutely. And hey, listen, if you're a dude out there and you want to rock them, go for it. I'm just saying they're just not for me.
A lot of bacons really tanks the prices. Yeah, I mean, anytime people re-release any type of sneaker, you're going to see those prices drop. So that's why I'm saying if you're trying to buy those A Ma Manières, early right now, it just doesn't make sense, because as they get more out, as more is available to the public with anything, it becomes more accessible and it's not as limited. So that's where you're going to see that price change.
I looked last night, and I think like I'm 11 and a half women's, 10 men's, and I think it was like $550 or $600. I literally looked last night. I was like, okay, I'm going to wait a little bit on this, see what happens.
Jesus Christ. So these are the utility pants in black, and this is coming out in the Heatwave collection. So definitely keep an eye out. It hasn't released yet, but I assume these are actually going to be coming out pretty soon, just because of the summer weather is going to be here any moment now. So definitely keep an eye open for that when they release the intel on when the Heatwave collection is going to be launching. All right. So let's get into it. Let's just, this is what I'm so excited about. And Jordan sent me over a few pairs of sneakers, KOSTOS. And this is kind of the first time the channel is actually bringing out pairs of shoes early.
Hype that up a little bit. That's super cool. Like you get some roses for this.
This
is awesome.
Huge. This is huge for our channel. This is, it's literally, we're almost to our 1 year anniversary, which is crazy. At the end of the month, we're going to be basically celebrating 1 year that the channel has kind of started. And we're almost to 25K followers, which is even more exciting. So we're going to be doing like a huge giveaway. And really just celebrating how far we've come in this year. But one of those really true big accomplishments is, being able to get some shoes sent over from Jordan. And, this is really putting our channel up there with the big dogs. It's putting us into another level. So I'm very blessed and very thankful for all of the support we've gotten from our fans and followers. You guys... we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you tuning in and listening to KOSTOS and I every Monday, talking about our kicks and what we want to go for the week. But this is the shoe that we are going to be premiering tonight, you guys. So definitely stick around after KOSTOS and I jump off of this live. I'm going to be talking about the white Oreo Jordan 4s and This is a beautiful shoe. Quality-wise, nice tumbled leather. I mean, all around solid quality color. This is basically going to go with everything and anything. I'm just so excited for, people to see this in hand because I do think that, Jordan and the team just did such an impeccable job on really producing a high quality 4 that's going to be perfect for the spring, for the summer. Fortunately, you're not going to get to wear this in the spring, but, it will be dropping in July. It's supposed to be July 3rd, but who knows? Things get pushed back, so I don't want you guys to hold me to that at all.
But they're really cool. I can't wait to watch the video after this.
Yeah, they definitely did a great job with the white Oreos, and I like the name. I love Oreos.
I'm a huge who doesn't like Oreos?
Could go for an Oreo right now, guys. I don't think I have any.
Terrorists probably don't like Oreos, but regular people, I think we're all over.
It's like whenever I travel, I always have a hard time explaining what a graham cracker is.
Really?
It's one of those things that, like, when I went to Europe, I was trying to explain what a s'mores was. I didn't realize how American s'mores were, but they couldn't understand when I was explaining to them what a graham cracker was. I was like, how do you not know what a graham cracker is?
Yeah, graham crackers are pretty great. I love graham crackers like in my ice cream. Like it's like a topping on ice cream, I feel like.
So the next shoe that I want to talk about is the Rust Pink Jordan 3. This is going to be coming out at the end of the month. And this video is going to be going out tomorrow for that edited full kind of are we back, KOSTOS? Okay. That was our annual freeze.
The weekly
I know
freeze.
what it is, you guys, but yeah, we just we freeze. Anthony B's like weekly freeze. But this is I'm not a huge pink fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I actually love the pink that they selected with this. It's a rust pink. It's kind of a grayish pink in my opinion. But it's nice, like these accents, especially for you ladies out there.
They blush a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's like a blush color scheme. Nice kind of bright pops of that hot pink on the eyelets and on the sides there. But I think they did a good job with this.
You ready for me to surprise you here?
I'm ready.
Hell yeah. Absolutely. Kill it, too.
I'm like, yes.
I think they're dope. But I have I probably like 4 or 5 pairs of like predominantly pink colored sneakers. So, I mean, like including like the Ame New Balance pair that's like pink and navy. I have a blue, white, and pink Air Max 95. I have the Ronnie Feig pink toe New Balances, the off-white tulip Zoom flies. Like, I love pink. I think that's like a great iteration of pink, and I like it on the 4. I think that's a great pink. Classic.
I mean, they did a great job picking out the rustic pink look. Pink is one of those things, too, you know, where there's a fine line between a good pink and a horrible pink. I don't like Pepto-Bismol pink. That's the pink.
No, it's like too hot. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Pepto-Bismol pink, but when I see that on anything, I'm just like, oof. Makes me think of Pepto-Bismol. Not a fan. All right.
It's a beautiful pair of threes. I love that pink on that silhouette. I think is gorgeous.
Right? And I think just the way they accented it, they did such a great job with it. I know they're so dirty on the bottom already, but it's just...
Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I would definitely wear them.
Yeah, they did a great job with it. But yeah, those are the 2 sneakers I got early. So I'm excited for you guys to see the white Oreos. I had so much fun styling those. And obviously the rustic pinks were so much fun because I rarely have pink sneakers actually, besides my guavas, I guess. I don't really have a lot of pink sneakers in my collection. So this was just kind of a fun one to style. I'm like, I already got it dirty on the back. How? Don't want to stay in the pink. But yeah, this was just, I had such a fun time styling both of these, especially since today was so nice. So definitely stay tuned for tomorrow if you're interested in watching those rustic pinks, or if you are interested in watching the Oreos. All right. So it looks like YouTube is having some issues processing videos. So it may take a little bit for us to jump over to the video after this, just to give you guys all the heads up. Good old YouTube. Always having issues for us with
That's
uploads.
Like, they literally have like more cash than anybody. It's like, get it together, YouTube.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You know, we have issues all the time technically, and then YouTube has issues as well. So thanks everybody for the congratulations. Really appreciate the support out there. So yeah, that's pretty much all the cops for last week, KOSTOS. That was a lot.
Is that it?
Yes,
is that it?
Thankfully.
That's it?
My goodness, that's it.
Slacker.
I'm like, wait, am I missing something underneath here somewhere? I know. I feel like I showed you 2 less shoes than I did last week, maybe. Last week was pretty hefty, too.
It's 9:38. You killed it again. With it. There's no doubt about it.
KOSTOS vlogs needs to happen. I could see KOSTOS vlogging. We're going to strap a camera to you, KOSTOS. While you're at home, we're just going to like have you vlogging everywhere around your house.
The problem is like, and I appreciate that. And I get like, I've gotten messages like that and like, thank you very much. But like, I'm on the air for 4 hours every day, and like it takes up so much of my time for like my actual job. I need to try and find a way to figure this out though, because I love this shit, and like I feel like I'd be pretty good at it. Like so, but I don't know. I need someone to like kick me in the ass and help me, and like my girlfriend refuses to do it. She will not take any videos of me. She hates taking pictures of me. She's not going to do it. So I got to find a way. I have a great camera here. I have a great setup. Just got to figure it out. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the kind words, Rick.
Yeah, we got to get you a vlogging camera, KOSTOS. We'll make it happen. All right, so it is that time. Let's jump into the drops for the week. We can start out actually with today's. Like someone had already mentioned, this is the Adidas Yeezy 500 High Sumac.
No one's going to defend these, right?
I feel I don't know if anyone went for the sumac. I think the other secondary colorway that looks more like the Inflame, but in a high version. But yeah. I would say out of the 2 versions, this was the least favorite colorway of the 2.
This is like Ronald McDonald would wear this. It's horrendous. It is horrible. See, this is actually the worst Yeezy colorway ever.
You are not a fan of the chocolate. This is like Hershey's all over the shoe.
No, but I like brown and different shades of brown, but like what is happening here with like the red and the 2 different shades? Like it is horrendous. Like Ronald McDonald would wear this shoe. It's like the ball pit of McDonald's. Like who would wear this?
The ball pit. Oh man, do they even have ball pits at McDonald's anymore?
They're going to bring them back now that more people are getting vaccinated. I think the ball pits are going to be back in play. But I mean, I was always
fighting. I'm like, you may find these in the ball pit. You may be in there playing. Your kid comes out and they're holding a shoe, and it's the Yeezy 500 High Sumac.
Well, like it's like someone defend these. Like someone in the chat defend these.
Yeah,
why do you like
Lord
them if you like them? Like,
Lord Blackwood stepping in. He says these are much better in person. So hey, maybe that's another change of heart for me as well, because I did with these. But definitely these pictures are not doing this one justice at all.
But what's with the red? Like, I know that like that looks better. Like, because it's a multicolored shoe.
This is basically this is the high version of the In Flames. So if you were a fan of this, obviously you got the high version.
But real quick, the sumac is as multiple laces, no? So like one pair is red and one is blue. Like one sneaker is red and one is blue. Am I right? Am I making that up or?
The sneaker, well, it looks like these have red laces on them.
But I think it's like where one of the sneakers has red and one has. I could be way wrong about that. I could be making that up. I didn't think I was, but maybe I am.
Yeah, no, I think they're both red on that one.
Okay.
But this one is definitely out of the two colors. I mean, because obviously this colorway grew on me, so I definitely am more in favor of the tactile orange. They should have just called it like the Inflame high version, but yeah, I guess they didn't want to use the same name. I don't know.
Yeah, they're also terrible, I think.
Rick Owens is like, I think Yeezy's trying to come up with the ugliest color blocking. I think they need to go ugly, and then they slowly are going to get back into like some dope colorways. It's like, how ugly can we go?
I don't know. These are pretty awful, and like, who would wear these in the summertime? Also, like, this is a fall color. Like, maybe if you release these in like September or August, it's like, okay, I understand, but I don't know. I'm not trying. I love Yeezys. I've got a lot of Yeezys.
Anthony's got a good point here, Kostos. At least you won't see dirt on these shoes.
Yeah, well, why don't you just walk around like wearing like dirt as sneakers, and then if that's like the goal is that you can't see dirt, then just wear an all brown shoe. Come on, like, these are terrible, man. Don't defend them.
Kostos is like, do not defend. Pass. All right, so I take it Kostos didn't go for those today. So moving on, I actually am really excited about this golf shoe.
It's cool as fuck.
It is so cool. I am obsessed with golf. For those of you who don't know this, I absolutely love golfing. I will go to a driving range and I will just hit balls all day. That sounds really sexual, so I don't mean it like that. But literally,
you said hit. You said hit. So I mean,
yes.
I feel like you're all right.
Exactly. But I think these are some of the coolest golf shoes I think I would have ever. If I saw a woman or a guy rocking these on the golf course, like, I would be so jealous. I have not seen golf shoes like this. So I'm pretty stoked that they are releasing a pair of fours in that colorway.
They're
and
awesome.
I don't mind this pink either. This again does not hit that Pepto-Bismol pink color scheme. It is like a light pastel pink.
That goes with a lot, by the way. Like, that pink will go with a lot of different things that you wear.
Exactly. Thomas Howard going to the golf range. I'm jealous. I would love to go to the golf range right now. The weather's getting nice. Oh, there's nothing better than being on a nice golf course, enjoying, the day and just chilling, relaxing. Of course, if your game is a little off, it's a little more stressful. But
you know what this makes me want to do, actually? It's the off-white, the three pairs that had this, like, the racing spikes at the bottom. Mm-hmm. I kind of always really liked them, and I never copped a pair, and I kind of want to go back and look at them after the show now, because these kind of, obviously they're golf shoes, so it's not the same thing, but I kind of really like that aesthetic of, like, on the bottom, like, with the little, like, spike things.
Actually, yeah, those would be great golf shoes, the off-whites. I was thinking about them, too. I won a raffle at Kith, and I didn't go pick them up. So
which ones?
I got the black and the pink ones.
Okay, I know which one.
Did you like the white and green?
Yes.
I feel like that's the one you would have gone with.
Well, these and the waffle racers. I don't know if you can see it here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those are sick. I mean, I just couldn't figure out where I would wear those in the city, but now that I think of it, golfing would be perfect.
Well, because those spikes would rub off on the sidewalk like very quickly.
Yeah,
they'd be
very quickly. Yeah. What's going on, Alicia? We need a shade golf log. Hey, you never know this summer. You may find me on a course. You never know. If I ever go to Mexico, that's all I do when I'm in Mexico is I go golfing. So, fun little side hobby. All right, so we're just going to go past these pixels. Get into some other sneakers here, even though some of you may be going for these. This is interesting, actually. I didn't realize there's a Simpsons collab coming out. Duff beer.
It's what Homer drinks on The Simpsons. Yeah, it's like
exactly.
They're like Budweiser, yeah.
So, I guess if you're a Simpsons fan, that's kind of cool. But I don't know. If
I think gold is a very, very hard color to work with. So
yeah,
like it would be a pass for me.
Kind of looks like a bowling shoe, in my opinion. I don't know why it has like this bowling effect.
Not a compliment, so I guess we could
Yeah,
probably
not a compliment at all. So just when we thought they were done, more dunks coming out, everybody. But this is a woman's exclusive in the.
And we've talked about this one before, right? Because I got pushed back.
Yes, it has been pushed back, and it's still on our calendar. We'll see.
Whatever. It's like go buy a pair of white Air Force Ones instead of those.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody disregard this timer because nothing is uploading to the YouTube space. So unfortunately, I just don't think the video is going to be out in 13 minutes. Unfortunately, the upload has been attempting to upload for the past 45 minutes, and good old YouTube isn't having it. So we'll see if they let us upload a video here tonight, but I don't know. What do you think about Air Jordan 1 lows?
They're okay.
You a fan?
Not great. Not my favorite. No, I mean, if I'm
as big of a fan of the highs, so I'm like,
well, I mean, but if I'm gonna cop like a low like that for the summer, I'm gonna get a pair of Air Force Ones. I'm gonna get a pair of like Air Max Ones or Air Max 90s, or I'm gonna get a pair of Yeezy 350s. So for me, like the Jordan lows are like an easy pass.
Right.
And I also don't really find them comfortable. Like I had the Eric Costin SB lows, the Carolina Blues, and I know there's a Carolina Blue Dunk coming out later this week. And like I didn't really think they were that comfortable, so for me it's like it's an easy pass.
Yeah, dunks aren't the most comfortable. I think the SB are definitely much more comfortable in comparison to the regular dunks. Somebody's saying actually the quality of the Simpsons collabs are not great. Lord Blackwood. That's some good intel, actually. So for those of you who are thinking about going, they're fun, but not that good in quality. All right, so let's move along. Oh, another dunk. We've seen this one. We've talked about this one, right, Kostos? The Barely Greens.
I don't hate it. I actually kind of think it's a pretty cool colorway.
It's a nice spring colorway, right?
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
pastel pink.
It's like an Easter colorway almost. More of a spring than a summer, I would say, but yeah, you could get away with wearing it. It's subtle, like the Barely theme, obviously there, and I think I'm a sucker for, no matter what the shade is, kind of like a green pink combination. And I know that the swoosh is not like a classic pink, but there's pink tones in that. It's like a pink yellow, almost like kind of like a blush up against the green. So I'm kind of a sucker for that color palette any day of the week. So
yeah, they're really clean.
I think this is a cool shoe.
I have a pastel Air Jordan 1 Comfort Zoom coming in. I think I should have it by next week. So interested to hear your thoughts on that one. It's a cool color option, so I'm excited to see it in person. But yeah, definitely a great woman's release colorway. Surprise, surprise. Look at that. We have another dunk, but this time it's in the Dusty Olive.
Yeah, I would wear this in the fall probably. I don't hate it. Kind of looks like part of the Ugly Duckling collection, right?
Kind of. I could see wearing this with like some cargo pants for sure.
I don't like the laces. I don't like the laces being that color. I don't hate the color palette though, but it's very much like it's not a summer shoe. Like this is a fall shoe exclusively, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really wear too many olive tones. I'm trying to think like summerway color options. I don't really wear too much olive in the summertime, but I could see this being a great fall, winter kind of color scheme for sure.
It's okay.
I don't know. I may hit a point where I'm just kind of cut off from my dunk lows. Got a lot of colorways, and I need to spread them out, spread the love. I'm like looking down. I literally have 4 dunks that I need to post for you guys. I'm so behind in creating content for my dunk lows. I still have like these UNLVs are sitting. I still need to style these for you guys. Lot going on here that needs to be done. But one of these days I'll get to it, hopefully this week. So let's move on. All right, PSG Air Jordan 7s. Everybody seems to be talking about this actually. How do you feel about the 7 silhouette, Kostos?
I think these are pretty cool. If I had to choose between one of the PSGs, I like the 4s better. because I like the wine color there. But I think these are pretty cool, and they're see-through, right? So you can see the socks whatever socks you're rocking there. So I I think the 7s are just all right. I do like the shoe. Again,
it's interesting. I actually don't mind the mesh. I think that's kind of unique. I haven't seen that on the 7.
I like it. I would say I actually like I like it more than I dislike it for sure.
Yeah,
it adds to the shoe for me.
Definitely, that's kind of my favorite part, I think, on these is that mesh overlay that they've kind of added. It kind of gives the 7 a little bit more of a slender look. Sometimes it looks a bit bulky on the ankles, in my opinion, depending on what colorway and how they've color blocked it. But I do like that mesh that they've added there.
This looks designer to me. And I mean that, and I mean that as a compliment. Like, it looks like an elevated version of the Jordan. So it's very cool. I'm not gonna front and say I hate on it. I actually really like it.
Yeah, I don't hate this colorway. I think it's like subtle the way they've color blocked it as well. I like the Jumpman and the gold. That's the way you rock gold, right? It's like the subtle accent on there.
Well, like when gold's like the primary color of something, like it goes with nothing really. It's like what do you unless you wear like all black and like I don't but you could.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have some Yeezy Quantums in the Flash Orange dropping. I have done so many Quantums, and I think I may take a breather from doing the Quantum unboxings for a little bit. But this is a different color. It kind of looks rusty, actually.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. So Flash Orange, you read that and you hear that and you think this is going to be like a bright orange, and it's not. It almost looks like brown or like burgundy almost a little bit. I kind of need to see how these look in person. I think this is an epic fall shoe. If that color looks the way it does in this picture right now, this goes with a lot of different things that you can wear in the fall. I would never wear it in the summer, but I think it's a really handsome shoe. But again, I want to see what it looks like in person. Or like on
I feel like that rust colorway could really actually look cool depending on if it's more copper in tone. Sometimes these pictures just don't do a shoe justice. It's frustrating because it's like, are you photoshopping the light? Like, that light looks pretty dim in my opinion.
And I'll say this about the Quantums, like whether you like them or dislike them, and I used to not like them, and then I saw them on people's feet, and I was like, holy shit, like this shoe's actually really cool. So I think this has got the opportunity to be the ability to be like an awesome fall sneaker. So I'm monitoring this. I want to see it on someone's foot, and I may cop these and stash them and bust them out in September when the weather starts getting a little colder.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, as Lord Blackwood is saying, Lord Blackwood, you are like literally a book filled with knowledge on sneakers. I love it so much. But yeah, he's basically saying these Quantums have been bricking. They have been. They've been sitting on sites. You know, I don't know really how they've lost so much appeal in the sense where, you know, they have the basketball version and then they have the lifestyle version. For me personally, like I kind of test them out playing basketball, and it's a little difficult to move in these. You know, it's a heavier, kind of bulkier silhouette. Definitely kind of an acquired taste and acquired look. But I do like that they're really starting to mix up the colorways, just because I felt like they were all starting to kind of just blend and look the same. But this rust is just, it's something new. It's different. This could maybe bring the Quantums back to, you know, a shoe that kind of flies off the shelves again. I don't know. Yeah, they're pretty expensive too, the Quantums. I'm not going to lie.
And like no NBA players are wearing Yeezys right now.
I mean, yeah, like I don't think I've seen any NBA players rocking really the Quantums.
But I think that this is a basketball shoe, so like I mean, like it would help if like you know like Jason Tatum tomorrow night for the Celtics goes out and plays these wears them against the Wizards. But I mean, no one's wearing them, so
yeah, and that says something. You know what I mean? It does say something. So maybe you know athletes have tried it out and they're like, man, I can't play with this on the court. But definitely, you know, a shoe that I've tested out, and I will say the basketball is a little bit more comfy in my opinion. There's a little bit more padding and cushion in it than the lifestyle version. Yeah, but definitely one of those shoes that just kind of has dropped in popularity. Yeah, $250 is a lot.
I don't even know if it's dropped in, but I don't think it was ever really that popular. I guess like the first pair was pretty hyped, and then
Yeah, I will say that is a thing. The lifestyle and the basketball do look the same. Like it's very hard to notice the key differences in the lifestyle versus basketball, but you will be able to notice in hand because of the padding that's on it, especially like around the collar and the tongue. You'll notice that one has a thicker padded area than the other does. All right, so looks like we are going to be still premiering the white Oreos. It's finally uploaded, everyone.
Awesome.
Ooh. Thank you, YouTube, for listening to Kostos and I complain and bicker about you not being able to upload my videos. This time it's going to go up at 10:15, so definitely stick around till 10:15 to head over there and watch the premiere. It's going to be an amazing one, I promise you. I feel like I was dying of heat stroke for a second today. Not gonna lie. I dressed way too warm when I left my apartment, Kostos. I was like decked out in sweats.
Oh, literally, no, you can't make that mistake.
I just, I didn't even think to look at the weather. I was just like, sweatsuit today. Cool. That's great.
It's been beautiful. It's been beautiful out. It's been awesome. I went on my run today and I wore like an Adidas like tracksuit. But in tracksuits, like I guess pretty lightweight, so I didn't really sweat. That was nice.
Tracksuits are great, especially if they're lightweight. Like, that's why I was saying I'm all about these Jordan pants, just because, I kind of don't really have, I guess, cargo pants that are light enough to really wear in the summertime, especially when I'm styling sneakers. It's hard, in New York. I don't know how many of you know what weather is like in New York, but you could probably attest to this as well, Kostos, where we get like a week or two of spring and all of a sudden it's just like uncomfortably humid, sticky, and hot.
And then it'll snow for 2 days, and then it'll be back to 70, and then it'll be 50, and then it'll be 90. The weather here is like super schizophrenic. It's annoying.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, the weather out here. And definitely you do not want to be rocking sweats in the summertime here. You will fry, absolutely fry. Yes. I can't even actually wear my hair straight in the summertime because it's so humid. I never thought, when I moved to New York either, it was going to be as humid as it was in Miami. But there's nothing worse than being in a city where it's sticky and humid,
especially New York City, which is disgusting.
Yeah.
New York City is disgusting on a good day, and I'm from here and I love it, but that's just the fact.
Right? I'm a dry heat kind of gal. I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am all about like dry heat. Feels so much better.
I love the heat too. I'm with you.
So Lord Blackwood again with more information. NBA is 50% Kobe right now, but Kanye is signing athletes, so we may see them more soon.
I think that'll help the quantums. Like it'll help the perception that people have of them if and when like actual like good NBA players are wearing them. I think that'll just raise interest. But until that happens,
yeah, I think that is a huge downfall. Is you really need to see athletes wearing these basketball shoes because it's if you're pitching it as a basketball shoe and no basketball players wearing it, how do you expect other consumers to actually have trust to confide that it's actually a good, comfortable shoe to wear on the court?
They're just not hyped really. Like it's like who's excited, like who like gets these on day one and like rocking them, and there's like tons of cloud coming from them. Like it's just they've gone by the wayside a little bit, but I do like this colorway a lot.
Yeah, so who knows, maybe this colorway will be strong enough to make it put it back on the map, but I don't know. Somebody's asking, you must have just jumped in, opinions on the 500 highs. Kostos, how do you feel about those highs?
They're fucking awful. It's Sumac, the worst thing I've ever seen.
And the alternate In Flames, which should have just been named the In Flames. I didn't mind that one. I think it's definitely much better than the Sumac, but Sumac is...
Can I be real? I've got the Desert Boot in the Salt colorway. Like basically like the 500 highs are like the Desert Boot. Like, I don't understand. Like, I think the Desert Boot is so much nicer than the 500 high. Just the silhouette, I think, is nicer. So just for me, if you're going to get a 500 high, like to wear in the fall or the winter, I would just get this. Me personally, I like the Desert Boot better. I would just get the Desert Boot. I think they don't go too crazy with the colors. You get a solid block of whatever the color is. Salt is such a great Yeezy color. Like whether you have 500, 700.
I love the Salt colorway.
Boom, done. That's my high Yeezy.
Lord Blackwood's over here trying to change your mind, Kostos. I don't know.
Lord Blackwood, because I respect you, Lord Black, because you obviously know your shit. I am willing to keep an open mind and give it the benefit of the doubt. But you have to admit, from those pictures, this looks like a straight up clown shoe.
He's like, he likes them, so it's gonna be a hard one. He may have to convince you by next week to change your mind, Kostos. So we'll see.
It's like I always say, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not nice. It's just my opinion.
Thomas Howard, I'm coming to NYC end of the summer, I reckon. I don't know if end of the summer. When does it really start to kind of cool down, Kostos, here?
October.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you would probably have to come in October because September's pretty hot still and pretty sticky and humid. Yeah. Going Ghost, agree with you. I lived in Florida before I moved to New York, and I remember I didn't even actually think it was possible that you could have 100% humidity outside. And I remember so vividly because my hair was straightened on a photo shoot, and I stepped outside and it curled immediately.
Where in Florida did you live?
I was in South Beach.
Great. I lived in Fort Lauderdale for 3 years. I'm very familiar with all of it. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I live south of 5th, Kostos.
Loved it. I mean, listen, but here's the great thing about Florida when you're outside in the summer. Like no one really goes outside unless you're on a boat or at the beach or at a pool. And when you're inside, everything's super air conditioned. So everyone's like, oh, how do you deal with the Florida heat? It's like, you don't. You're outside, you're on the water, or everything is air
not out.
conditioned.
Yeah, you're really not like outside, I guess, like sitting in the sticky heat of it.
It's not like New York City. It's not really like cities where you walk around. If you're in Miami, you're somewhat close to the water, and like everyone's half naked in South Florida anyway, so it's like whatever.
At the city, like the buildings just bake you out here. Literally, just I don't know what it is. But
yeah, New York's brutal. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know why I live here. Like I like it, I guess, but it's like, why do we live here? I don't understand. Right. It's like, and here's the other thing about Florida: you don't pay state income tax, and in New York you get taxed out the ass. So that's another good reason that Florida's awesome.
Midwest is perfect for 500 highs and boots. Listen, if I lived in the Midwest, actually, I think I would be rocking like my Tyrians everywhere. Definitely location can change. I feel like the type of sneakers that you would probably rock demographically. Like if I was still in Washington hiking it up, like I would be wearing my 500s everywhere.
Absolutely you get everywhere. I gotta convert everyone to the gospel of the Yeezy desert boot. The desert boots are so slept on and they're so fire. They're so awesome. And like no one likes them really. I don't know. I guess I'm the only one.
Oh, yes. I forgot, Justin. Thanks for reminding me. In the EU, the ambush dunks in that fire royal blue colorway are dropping. We have to wait in the US, which is so frustrating. I hate when we're last. But those dunks are so fire. I'm so excited. I should probably just take this rust off and just put our faces back here. There we go. We don't need to look at that easy anymore. But, yeah. So, have you seen the new Ambush Dunks, Kostos?
Do you know what I think about Ambush whenever I see their collabs with Nike? I feel like I look at it, and I say this sometimes about sneakers, and I mean it as a compliment. It looks like a designer shoe.
Yeah.
Like, it looks like you would walk into, again, like a Neiman Marcus or a Saks Fifth Avenue, and you could spend like $600 on those, and you wouldn't bat an eyelash because they look elevated. Like, they're extremely sophisticated. They're like, you look at it and you kind of like instantly know what it is. I think they're fire. I think they're super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the fuchsia. I have the black and white. The
fuchsias are sick, by the way.
I feel like I'm a completionist, so I have to get like the entire collection. But these are so fire.
And these are so sick. And like, I had a pair of Jordan 1 Royal Blues and I sold them because I didn't like them. And I know it's not the same silhouette. I know we're not saying that, but I don't like these are. Yeah, like they're fucking awesome.
I love these so much. I get so many compliments when I wear these too. I mean, literally so many compliments. But I absolutely love this color scheme. Also, I have it in the fuchsia colorway, which, you know,
the fuchsias are sick.
Completely different, but I love this color combo with the royal blue and the black. Definitely awesome. Fire. So I'm jealous of everybody in the EU because you're going to get access to it first, but One of these days they're gonna come around and drop here, so I'm super excited. I know that Uni even posted, actually there's a lot of fakes going around, so be weary of fakes going out there, and make sure that, you know, if you are paying resale for these, you know what these actually look like in hand, so that you're not paying, you know, an insane amount for fake shoes. Oh, we got a donation from Going Ghost. Let's get some air horns here. Talking about living in regions you miss rocking Timberlands, but living in Florida, it's impossible. Oh, man. Timberlands in Florida, huh?
You know what? I think about that sometimes. Like, I would love to go back and live in South Florida again if, like, my family were there. But I love the fashion, like being in New York. Like, you can wear so many different things over the course of a year. And, like, you go to Florida, like a hot weather climate, you can't wear a lot of
stuff. There's no layers. Like, ever. There's no layers. I mean, I think I did go through a phase where it was sort of chilly, but still, like, you're wearing a light jacket. You're not wearing
in Florida?
Layers. Yeah.
Yeah, and there would be like 2 days in January where it's like 51.
Yeah, it got in the 50s, and I remember thinking, I don't even own a coat. I mean,
yeah.
I think when I moved to Florida, I was confused because I had just moved from LA. In LA, it gets cold at night. So it's one of those where it's hot during the day, temperature just tanks at night, so you need a coat. And when I moved to Florida, automatically, I was like, oh, it's dark out. Let me grab my coat. Run outside. I'm just like, why am I wearing this jacket? Why am I?
And it's just as hot as it was during the day.
I was just like, oh my god, I can't even breathe. It's like so steamy outside. But it is nice. It is nice going outside and like being in warm weather at nighttime. But definitely,
I'm going next month. I'll be there at the end of the month next month.
Wait a second. Are we gonna be there the same time, Kostos?
When are you going?
I have a modeling job actually down there on the 3rd.
Of July?
No, of June.
Oh no, mine's like at the end of June.
Oh, well, just gonna miss you. You're gonna be in the heat of it though. Whew.
Love it. I'm gonna be sitting by the beach and all day eating seafood and getting drunk. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited to go in a month, so super stoked. My agent called me. It was like, "You're going to Florida." I'm like, "Oh shucks," just kidding.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I'm like, book me more down there. I need to go see the beach right now. What's going on, Timmy? Javi? Good to see you guys popping in here. We are about to head over to the live here in a few minutes. For those of you who missed out, Kostos and I basically went through all of our pickups for last week. We talked about all of the shoes that we're probably going to be passing on or going for this week. And let's just give you another sneak peek here. We got the white Oreos that I'm going to be doing a full edited lookbook on, so definitely stick around for this unreleased Jordan 4. It is a beauty, so can't wait to show you guys what those details look like up close and personal. 2 months shipping. Wait, 2 sheesh. What are you talking about, Timmy? Oh, the KOS. There was a KOS drop, everybody. So, as we know, KOS usually flies. What's going on, Bogdan? Good to see you guys in here. Looks like the KOS drop for everybody who went for that just a second ago sold out pretty fast, unfortunately. Oh, let's see here. 12 a.m. Parasite talking about the dunks. Doesn't make them any better looking than back when they were dead in pre-2019. The Nike Dunk looks very cartoonish and is shaped like a donut. All right. Yeah. Interesting take on it. I could see that, you know, like definitely a resurgence of the Dunk, and Nike is really, really just pushing the Dunks right now. Definitely pushing them pretty hardcore, and we're just seeing them pretty much every other week. I think they are releasing a Dunk.
I think I told you this, but I actually have screenshots on my phone because I would, when my girlfriend and I didn't live together, I would like, God bless her for putting up with my bullshit, because I would just like send her pictures all day of like sneakers and streetwear and shit and be like, what do you think? And I was looking up Dunks. This is before like the Dunk resurgence.
Before the Dunk resurgence, yeah.
And I actually think I still have the pictures on my phone where I took pictures of maybe like 7 to 10 Dunks on StockX and sent them to her, and like I ended up copying none of them. But if you go and look at the same pairs now on StockX, they're like $300 or $400 more than they did like when I was looking at them. Like the Chairman Bows, for instance, It's a high dunk. It's like a gray, like suede almost upper, and then it's like a taupe blue lower almost. I don't know if someone can find it or wherever. I can find a picture of it. And I think they go for like $400 now or something. And they were for like $98 when I was looking.
Oh yeah, so like there's certain ones, like I think the Heineken ones are going for insane amounts. I mean, there's certain dunks that, you know, came out where I'm just like, I can't believe people are paying like $10K for these. This is insane.
The lowest ask for these is I think it's like $450 right now.
That's crazy.
And like 2 years ago when I was looking at them, yeah, they're kind of sick. And like 2 years ago I was looking at them and I almost bought them and they were going for like $105 or something.
That's crazy. Agreed with you, Timmy, on that one. Timmy's saying it's all about the colorways. I mean, at this point, they're dropping so many variations that it really is about the color scheme, you know, that you have to vibe with at this point, just because there's so many colors they're dropping. I mean, it's just like, how many dunks can one have in their collection that you're actually going to wear? And again, like, out of all of my Jordans, I just don't feel like my Dunk Lows are the comfiest shoe that I want to rock all over New York City when I'm running from place to place. Like, that's a shoe where, you know, I'm going a short distance. I'm not going to be wearing them all day long.
Said I look like Daniel Arshem. Daniel Arshem's awesome, no doubt, but a little older than me. Come on. I'm only 37 here, man. Come on.
You're the younger version, Kostos.
I'll take it, man.
Shattered screen gang. Lord Blackwood's got a shattered screen like you.
So do I, Lord Blackwood.
Yeah, Dunks and SBs are just, they're really hard to hit, and that's just because of the price point. I mean, you know, it's $100, so everyone and their moms are going for those just based upon the fact that they're really affordable. You know, when I think back to my days of sneaker buying when I was younger, I couldn't afford Jordans. I mean, they were just so expensive. My mom laughed at me, like, seriously, I could buy you 4 pairs of shoes for one Jordan. She was like, we're going to buy you Skechers. You know, you could get a shell toe Adidas here and there, but like my price point range was around $45. That was like the max my mom was willing to pay. So definitely, you know, the Dunks, I feel like if I were to convince my mom back in time, you know, what shoe to go for, it would probably be a Dunk because it's at $100 price point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're like looking up the P-Rods. What the Dunks are going to be crazy. Those looked crazy, though, those Dunks you showed, Kostos. Like, the bottom of the midsole actually looked like it was glowing in the dark.
Yeah, those are sick. And, like, I wanted to buy them, and, like, I never did, and I regret it because now, like, the price for them is insane. There's a lot of... If you go on StockX and you just search Dunk and you go down the list, there are a lot of super slept on, ultra cool colorways of Dunks that came out years ago that you never see on people's feet now because people are all rocking the new shit, and I'm not criticizing that. I totally get it.
They've all kind of moved on.
There are a lot of cool old pairs of Dunks with sick colorways like those, like the Chairman Bows that I really like.
Right. All right, you guys, it is almost 10:15, so Kostos and I are going to be signing off here. Thank you, everyone, again for joining and tuning into another Shade Selects. Kostos, it's always a pleasure. Thanks so much for joining again to discuss our picks for the week and sharing with us all your accessories you picked up from last week. And it looks like the hat is a winner. We're going to be twinning, actually, when I get mine.
Love it. Love it.
It's a great
awesome.
color.
Yo, I'm kind of hungry. You go for some sweets right now. What do you say we have some Oreos right after this?
Oh my god, I would
lame.
Kill
That was
for an
really
Oreo
lame.
right now. I'm gonna just let's go get some Oreos, you guys. Bring the milk, dip the shoes in them. All right, so if you haven't hit the like on this, hit it right now, and we are about to head over into our lookbook on the Jordan 4 White Oreos. So hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good evening. I will catch you guys all on the keys.
Peace.